Scene 1, take 1, day 1, action.
The first 2 episodes of Percy Jackson and the Olympians are now streaming, and how every of the cast prepared and had fun behind the scenes will amaze you. The show's main lead, Percy, is portrayed by Walker Scobell, and getting the role was a massive shock to him. And the moment the book's author, Rick Riordan, told Walker he'd been chosen as Percy was a very emotional one.
I just wanted to get on because I have some news for you. Sir, congratulations, you are Percy Jackson. You got the part.
Speaking about one of the reasons Walker was selected, the author mentioned that his voice sounded exactly like Percy, which was the first thing that stood out during his audition. Aside from that, Walker's funny attributes and hard work also set him apart from the others. However, getting the role was just a tiny part of the task ahead of Walker, as you can see how hard he had to train with the other half-bloods behind the scenes. But then he was always happy on set no matter how intense the fight gets. Walker also grew up on the set of Percy Jackson because there's a big difference between how he looks now at 14 and when he auditioned at 12. During filming, which lasted 9 months, Walker went from 5'1" to 5'7" in height. He also mentioned that he constantly came in contact with water while filming when he said, "There were a lot of wet suits and gear to keep me cold from being wet, and I don't think I understood how much I would be wet throughout the series." The actor trained so hard that his underwater lessons for this show were enough for him to get his junior's diver license. So it's not a coincidence to see the director, James Bopping, sitting in a chair by the lake while on set, as that shows that Walker had to deal with a lot of water on set and he had to be prepared and good at diving. Walker, who's now very experienced with diving, got to film a video of himself doing what he learned best on the show, as he announces an essential part of the production. Walker looked very little when he got cast as Percy, but that didn't stop the young actor from giving the role all it needed. So before now, the actor has been practicing different stunts, which helped him do some of the difficult stunts in the series by himself. And his progress from there to learning to fight on set shows how hard he trained and prepared for the role. There's also a younger Percy, played by Azriel Dahlman, who was so happy to get a picture with Leah on set. More behind the scenes images show when Annabeth abandoned Percy to fight Clarice alone, and there are also other pictures of the 3 characters in different actions on set. Before filming officially started, there was camera testing, and then the director showed what the set was like on day 1 and posted a sign that welcomed the demigods to Camp Half-Blood. There's also a picture of one of the filming equipment in the scenes where Percy fought with Clarice. Arian Simhadri, who plays Grover, got to show off his prosthetic ears while filming the show. Annabeth has been very serious by putting Percy on immediate and quick tests to check out his powers. And the funny thing is that Leah Jeffries is also that strict on set and always finds it hard to get out of character whenever she's in her costume. This was because Leah went beyond the novels to learn more about her character, and she discovered more than was in the materials she was given for research. Luke was also one of the friends Percy made in the camp, and he was surprised he didn't torment him like other bigger boys used to in his school. And the character is also more like the actor Charlie Bushnell, who appears remarkably calmer behind the scenes. The 3 main cast members are always together on set, whether filming is happening or not. And here's one of the scenes they had together, which shows they might be preparing for the journey ahead. Walker mentioned that they all had a great friendship and the best fun behind the scenes, saying, "A lot of times me and Arian will goof off and Leah holds us together," which I think is very important, and it shows while we're filming. They became so close on set that they started to banter with each other and break out of character during filming, but they understood the huge task and always knew when to be serious while filming. What also helped them settle into characters on set is that the director encourages them to be themselves, allowing them to see that they are all similar to their characters. Although the trip has yet to begin their journey together, the shot behind the scenes shows the 3 walking across the street together. The cast also had some habits in setting each other off on set, and one of them is Walker and Arian doing the same thing at once to confuse and upset Leah. Grover and Percy seem to be listening to Bob in another behind the scenes, but it's unclear yet what's happening in that scene because viewers have yet to meet Bob. Also, Grover's half-goat body is one of the fascinating sights in the show, and the actor had to be on tiptoe most of the time while filming till he got used to walking that way. Interestingly, the goat legs weren't just edited, they were made as props for the series. series. You can see the director of the first 2 episodes, Bopping, rocking the legs, and another picture of him wearing the head costume for the red team. So far, in the first 2 episodes, Clarice has been one major villain, tormenting Percy especially. Still, these two seem to be very relaxed with each other behind the scenes, as the actress, Dior Goodjohn, is an adorable person, and they enjoy catching up with each other over pizza when they are on break from filming.
-2, that's
-2, that's 3.
-2, that's 1. Quick math.
But then Walker mentioned that working with Dior behind the scenes was very scary because their fight felt real, and he was very nervous when the actress charged toward him in that scene. According to Walker, it was as if Dior had malicious intentions toward him, and he could feel all the emotions in her eyes as he doubted they were acting for a second. The bathroom scene where Percy managed to scare away Clarice using the water was amazing, even for Annabeth, and the scene on set looks just similar to what the fans saw. Some scenes in the woods where Percy fought and conquered the Minotaur were shot indoors using a tree backdrop as shown in the video. It's even crazier when he has to fight the Minotaur, as the behind the scenes expose that Walker was all alone in that scene. Interestingly, the Minotaur wasn't a complete work of CGI, as stunt actor Daniel Cudmore portrays the creature's fighting sequences. Also, they had to retake the Minotaur scenes multiple times because they all had 2 different pronunciations for the character's name on the set. It became confusing until they settled for the one fans heard in the series. So they did some takes pronouncing the word as Minotaur and the other as Minotaur before picking the one they found the most suitable. Before Grover initiated Percy's suspension from school, they had a class in a museum with many statues of the Greek gods, and the set looked even busier while they were shooting the scene. However, the set was more organized when filming the flag scene between teams red and blue. Nancy Bobo Fett terrorized Percy before he moved to the camp, but from this behind the scenes, it shows Nancy could still come up again as she had a fun fight with Annabeth. Glyn Turman portrays the horseman, Chiron, in the show, and the actor described the experience as exciting because he owns horses and knows how to ride too. He also took the younger cast on special lessons on how to ride horses, and he mentioned that there was a special camp dedicated to that, which is similar to the camp Half-Blood. One of the show's producers, Becky Reardon, revealed a moment on the set of Percy Jackson that was mind-blowing behind the scenes. Although the moment didn't make it into the series or any behind-the-scenes cut, Becky is thrilled and wishes fans could see it. While speaking about the scene, she said it happened in episode 1, where Chiron sent Percy away from school, and they already provided a bus to take him back home to New York. However, the bus wouldn't start, and Walker jokingly said he would just have to walk back home. And it was a hilarious moment on set, which was filmed but didn't make it into the final cut. So Walker was always mischievous on set, which is a similarity that he shares with Percy, as Rick also mentioned that he would always sneak up behind him, which was scary. But he figured out how to avoid Walker giving him a jump scare. Which of these behind the scenes moments and facts is your favorite in Percy Jackson and the Olympians? Share your thoughts in the comments, and thanks for watching.